Greetings. My name is Abdullah, and I am your teacher for Advanced English from New York City. I want to welcome new subscribers who have recently subscribed to the channel and have written their names in the comments. As for those of you who are new, subscribe, and inshallah, I will use your name as an example sentence within the next video. After saying that, let's get started. Today's headline is A Tale of Unwanted Disruption, My Week Without Amazon. This is an article written by a man who is a Microsoft engineer and he has a smart home. On Wednesday, May 31st, 2023, I finally regained access to my Amazon account after an unexpected and unwarranted lockout that lasted nearly a week from Thursday, May 25th. This wasn't just a simple inconvenience, though. I have a smart home, and my primary means of interfacing with all the devices and automations is through Amazon Echo devices via Alexa. This incident left me with a house full of unresponsive devices, a silent Alexa, and a lot of questions. I have to take a moment to explain to you the meaning of the word incident. Incident is an event that is either unpleasant or unusual. For example, after the incident with the thief, we hired a guard dog for protecting our property. Another example, we traveled across country by train without incident. Lastly, as a result of the radioactive incident, he mutated wings. So again, incident means an event that is unpleasant or unusual. Unpacking the cause. The sequence of events that led to this digital exile began innocuously enough. A package was delivered to my house on Wednesday, May 24th, and everything seemed fine. The following day, however, I found that my Echo Show had signed out and I was unable to interact with my smart home devices. My initial assumption was that someone might have attempted to access my account repeatedly, triggering a lockout. I use a fairly old email address for my Amazon account, and it's plausible that an old password might have been exposed in a past data breach. However, I currently use strong auto-generated passwords via Apple and employ two-factor authentication with an authenticator app, so unauthorized access seemed unlikely. Here, the author says it is plausible that a password was hacked. What is the meaning of the word plausible? Plausible means something that is possibly true or easily believed. For example, you may not think so, but Elon Musk thinks living on Mars is plausible, meaning something possible. Next, is it plausible that all the dinosaurs were killed by a massive meteor? Again, is it possible? Lastly, Faisal al-Harbi is designing a city that floats in the clouds and uses only clean energy for our possible future. Again, plausible means something that is likely to be true, possibly true. I swiftly checked my other accounts, social media, streaming apps, etc., to ensure I hadn't been compromised. All seemed normal, with no flood of notifications from Microsoft Authenticator that would indicate an attempted breach. Puzzled, I followed the advice of the Amazon app and dialed the customer service number it provided. That's when things began to take a surreal turn. What does the man mean when he says that he was puzzled? Firstly, a puzzle can be a type of game that people play. These are puzzle pieces. But puzzled here means confused, something that you don't understand. For example, puzzled by the student's question, the teacher scratched his head. Another example, the family was puzzled about how the movie ended. They didn't understand a thing. As for myself, I'm really puzzled why you haven't clicked subscribe yet. An unexpected accusation. The representative told me I should have received an email, which I indeed found in my inbox. It was from an executive at Amazon. As I dialed the number provided in the email, I half wondered if Amazon was experiencing some issues and I was unwittingly falling into a scam. When I connected with the executive, they asked if I knew why my account had been locked. When I answered I was unsure, their tone turned somewhat accusatory. I was told that the driver who had delivered my package reported receiving racist remarks from my Ring doorbell. It's actually a Eufy, but I'll let it slide. The person that he spoke to at Amazon spoke to him with an accusatory tone. What does accusatory mean? Accusatory comes from the word to accuse. So, accuse means to say that someone has done something wrong or unkind or illegal. So, for example, the accusation was that he robbed a bank, but he was innocent, meaning somebody said that he did that. Next, Gregory was accused of being greedy, but the truth is he didn't eat any food for 3 weeks. Lastly, people accused Sony of making low quality controllers. So they improved them and now they last forever. So again, to accuse is to say that somebody has done something wrong or illegal or unkind. Addressing the problem. Here's where things got even more baffling. First, I have multiple cameras recording everything that happens on my property. If the driver's claims were accurate, I could easily verify them with video footage. Second, most delivery drivers in my area share the same race as me and my family. It seemed highly unlikely that we would make such remarks. Finally, when I asked what time the alleged incident occurred, I realized it was practically impossible for anyone in my house to have made those comments, as nobody was home around that time, approximately 6:05 p.m. Let's look closely at the sentence with the word alleged. Alleged means something that people say and believe, but not proven to be true. That's very important. For example, Suleiman Abdullah prepared his students for a tough exam, because allegedly it was tougher than normal. Another sentence. It is alleged that one person built these buildings thousands of years ago. One more. They allegedly came from outer space, but actually they came from underground. So again, alleged means something that people say and that they believe, but it has not been proven to be true. I reviewed the footage and confirmed that no such comments had been made. Instead, the Eufy doorbell had issued an automated response. "Excuse me, can I help you?" The driver, who was walking away and wearing headphones, must have misinterpreted the message. Nevertheless, by the following day, my Amazon account was locked and all my Echo devices were logged out. Nevertheless is a very important English word that you will hear often from native speakers. Nevertheless means despite what was just said, meaning the beginning of the sentence goes against the end of the sentence. I have to give you examples so that inshallah you will understand. For example, Khalid Yusuf really didn't want to build them a tank. Nevertheless, he built one. Notice the beginning of the sentence goes one direction, the end of the sentence goes another direction. Listen closely to the second sentence. I already knew a lot about robotics. Nevertheless, her talk was very informative. Meaning, it goes the opposite. It's not like I didn't learn anything. Her talk was very informative. I learned a lot of things, although I know a lot about robotics. One more example. He built very strong defenses. Nevertheless, the creatures broke through his defenses. So, again, nevertheless means it goes against what was just said. Let me be clear. I fully support Amazon taking measures to ensure the safety of their drivers. However, I question why my entire smart home system had to be rendered unusable during their internal investigation. It seems more sensible to impose a temporary delivery restriction or purchasing ban on my account. Submitting video evidence from multiple angles right after my initial call with the executive appeared to have little impact on their decision to disable my account. What did you think about this man's experience? To me, it was very interesting, and it shows how technology and the people that control the technology can turn on you. Now, I want for you to reread this article with the sound off and write to me a sentence using one of the vocabulary words that I highlighted in this article. And lastly, as always, I wish for myself and yourself, for my family and your family, the best in this life and the next. Fi aman ar-Rahman.